So continue every Wednesday, little while. We will be introducing sort of the basic introduction Buddhism, how to become Buddhism, what is significant Buddhism, Buddhist practice can help for ourselves and others, where we begin first, how we can follow, for whom. So those in the first, when we wanted to learn something, we always do the same our normal questions in our mind. If you go to some place, new culture, your mind, how I can approach, how I can say there's similarity, you will Buddhism, and one day I will become very harmony, nice. This is, not happen one day or 1 year. You need to plan for a little longer, and you need effort. So Buddhism is not any other, not the same as educated, very deep. For when you finish, when you get the certificate, when you become the Buddhahood, and you will get big certificate. Otherwise, not looking for the certificate or fame or name or those not happen. And also the, of course, the good conditions, the authentic scholar, experienced master, and open the devoted student and meeting together. That's also, very quick, realize, easy to touching his knowledge in our heart. So those kinds is also possible. Otherwise, we need to reading, biography, thinking how to become this kind. So this is our mind is curious. So now first we will do a short the refuge. I think we will go already beginning the prayer book. Prayer book will last 2 weeks. We talked about the prayer book, page 2 and page 3. So we can read those two. So here is very powerful, right at the beginning prayer book. So of course, we love our parents, our partners, our pets. But this text said, we need to think our enemy also. Remember, enemy is two things. Sometimes we think somebody outside, she or he is my enemy, and my life is because miserable came from him or her. So we easy to complain. And the most, the enemy is the inside. For example, one of the negative arise, and our mind is no longer peace. So that is where this text telling us the outer enemy or inner enemy need to certain amount to pray for sooner or later. Of course, when you're fighting with a person, you cannot recognize. But after a while, you need to recognize, this is not happen. This is not a good idea. This is not useful. 당가랑주 계산 고주야 디 먼저 남주기 냠내치야기 뒤경기 탭디나네 마체 다 탭디나를 가르송으로서는 가랑주 남미당 아니 수수 파모분지당 개외신이당 수술을 센다 뉴베 밀let자와 유버데 셰모고 그래서 술리네 유아레 미자마인 버선제 돈주이네 수술을 타녀와 어도줄을 자와 유아레스 다 니나를 가르송으로서는 니점기 아니 낭베 따고 주선 게 내교와 창교와 말이라 아니 미양 차창을 차고요 말도 돈주라도 요아래 세상이 투무 많이 뭐지 가리로서는 당보고라네 아니 달라 당월 집에 따투조양 아니 내가 코로나 내당 아니 뇌백이 괜찮네 아니 밀다 투고 잡던데 제가 이나양 아니 코로나 누가데 대화를 민도부도 등에 세상 코로나 먼저 당과 제약이 누바케 민도 섬 치다이는 된데서 아니 당원에 난겠다 배는 녀모 통화도 숨근나네 강양으로 어제 남도 샤바이나 남도도 샤르와 테마타도 안스름이야 대화당 시와 어떻게 정말 매우 잘 우리 제장 알아서 셈을 시디고 그럽도 시발라는 아니 뇽뇽 추뇽원나 시 쭉되어 뭐이나는 과정식이 당요는 시 아니 셈을 시원에 그래서 제가 어디든지 망으로 쉬어yin. So that is a very powerful prayer. It's not a prayer only, remember? The two bodhicittas, first called aspiration prayer. So we're wishing to someone very happy. Then say second is action. What you can do, only thinking is good, but what you can do. So that is a way, comfortable, comfortable, relaxing. So here is, I have the thick jacket because here a little cold. But you not thick, relax, nothing worry. I'm not asking question each one person, just relax, So this is called peace. But peace is within inside with a good condition. So now page 2, I can read once in Tibetan, then maybe probably I will read more clear ones English. Then we can explain the page 4 tonight. So begin page 2.
Sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind.
So now page 4 is we call refuge. So refuge means most familiar, right? For example, the United States, say southern borders, there are somebody coming to, there are refugees, or by myself, Himalayan people come to the other side, the Himalaya regions, or refugees, or something, they physically maybe trade, or something maybe education or mentally, but not stay one place to go different. Idea is a little bit more severe, this is called refuge, right? So this is the refuge is much, much deeper. For example, now somebody say, I need to go, this place is my dream. So when you get there, now you said, that's it, I'm here, I have no any sufferings. Everything's accomplishment. maybe the human desire mind is we call desire realms. Tibetan called de be kam, de be kam. De is like base of the desire and attach. Be is connecting in the human and the object. Kam means the sort of place or the world is the desire. This is what we have, We have one, we need two. If we have two, we definitely need three. So look at it, especially you guys in the your closet. How many you have shoes? So I'm not coming to your place to searching, but you know exactly how many you have shoes. Do you have the 6 legs or 4 legs? No. But mind needs this is spring, there's a nice color. People also you call what to say, hey Lama, you're old style, but this we have the season style, different seasons, different, but this is just in the mind. So now this season clothes make you fully happy? No, even though you're very good, colorful clothes, now you're hungry, see? You said this is my best food and the lunch. So does lunch help to dinner? Maybe, but it didn't help the tomorrow. So see, and they never satisfy, need more and more and more and more. So that is where called desire, called Dongkam, Debekam, the 3 universe, right? Dongkam, Sungkam, Sungmekam, Debekam, the formless realms and form realms, desire realms. We call desire realm Dongkam. So the one that satisfy is very important. Whatever you have, the best one you will share is the best. So that is where refuge is. We want something benefit, not only thinking food or clothes, So that's the do need somebody have the experience or power. Say some town, and maybe I'm going to refuge in his house, but he don't have power to help him for me. So I need to do second person, So, but he has good power, but he don't have any law authority. Now I need to go to the law, So this is the endless going on and on. So now here, this refuge, Kyab Doba. So that's called Kyamni Sangye Nyakjik Yin, means the final or truly capable refuge to helper as a Buddha, because Buddha crossed to the all challenge path. Challenge is samsara. Samsara is very difficult. If you're a little bit taller, people criticize, oh, he is so tall, And you're a little bit short, people say, look, he is very short. And you're a little bit thin, so people say, look, he didn't eat anything. If you let bit chapping, say, look, he's a fat guy, They're always ready to something complain. But it's okay. So now, deeper, the Buddha is like we always say, Buddha is like very specialized, like doctor. So the Buddha's teaching is like medicine. They can cure directly what is the disease. And then the Sangha communities, you and me, and we are called Sangha. Sangha has many different labels. Sangha is nurse practitioners, Nurses, practitioners very close to the doctor, right? So the Sangha is your very good friend, but much deeper than your own family members, The Sangha, this community can increase your virtue, how you can make better. Let's go 3. The Sangha is like nurse community. So now ourselves, afflicted emotion disease, some the attachment cancer, some angers, pneumonia, some maybe ignorance, fever, all kinds of diseases we have. So now, there's sometimes we get some pills outside. Sometimes we need cure ourselves. Most we remember in the text, sub or rising, sub liberate. but there's somebody showing your finger is not the moon, but finger showing it is the moon. That is where Buddha saying, when the Buddha walked to the humanity, any place, everybody see he was so gently walking. Whoever seeing right away to getting blessing. And they ask, how you did, the Buddha's developing is not one day or maybe 2 days. People say, I will walk 12 hours, 2 days. Maybe then, next 2 days you have maybe no need to walk. Not things like that. Buddha 24 hours continually, his own research, as well as the others, what is the best way to purge to the benefit. Buddha never say right at the beginning, say, oh, don't do that, it's very bad, you will go to hell. No, Buddha just looking for the society, what the best for suitable. That's when Buddha said, do what you do, tang tuns. Buddha said, we moral is a very key factor, but we respect to depend the countries and systems, You're not always, what do you call here, my ways and highways, Buddha always say, this is not your way, but this is their way, because the large public needed what the best. So now, Buddha is like we're talking like doctor. He knew what we have the problem. We don't like the suffering, but we don't have the capacity to what is the cause. Buddha said, you need 3 times this meditation or this pill, and you 3 times exercise, 3 times 3,000 to 6,000 step walking, something sort of the exercise physically and mentally. And the person who uncomfortable or unhealthy must need to try. If you try 1 day, 1 week, then I need to question in the Buddha or your community. Answer is for you. I'm thinking walking 10 steps a day, 10,000 steps a day. I'm thinking and thinking, never end. The answer also you have because you never done. When you go out, there's some fresh energy, see something, new things. So that is the Buddha is giving idea for community, whatever they needed openly. And then Buddha knew each sentient beings we call Chitawa Kimbe Ishi, Chinisbe Ishis. Buddha's clarity, wisdom is like individual, whatever they needed, Buddha will exactly and give the teachings. Not higher, not lower. So that's called Kimbe Ishi means the understanding and what they needed, the Buddha's primordial awakening wisdom. So this means if we refuge to the Buddha, Buddha's not only temporary, they're giving shelters. When Buddha take refuge, Buddha give you all informations. When you difficult, your challenge, how you manage. That's important. Our family members, our communities, your own health, we have challenge endless. This we not plan, but that's naturally it is a way. So this comes a case, how you manage. So that is before Buddha said, if you will, for example, you do very, very anger, some reason outside, and maybe 2 miles in your house. Now you bring 2 miles to continue walking this anger, build, continue. At the home, you're pretty much good size to any table you can smash, and any wall you can punch, because 2 miles you build anger. Now anger shared to your families and the partner, and then they're also not comfortable. So look, the anger is how destroying. Now same 2 miles you developing love and compassion, you have chance to see right, you can see the left, you can hear the nature of the sound, you can so many experience in the nature, the beauty outer. The outer beauty bring inner peace. So this once you print in your mind, never change. Today I read some somebody biography. They said, when I was returned to the 1988 in Tibet, he cannot recognize when his childhood, 1959 before, he's thinking this excellent place, beauty, mountain, people harmony, closely social, respect younger to older, help each other. After that, very different. But his own mind pruned is a very early age. There's nobody can take in. Same as we develop something, the love and compassion, nobody can take in. The only our own destroying. So likewise, Buddha is giving teaching is like explanation how you take refuge. First showing, say, here, we can read together, then we can explain. Page 4. Oi tenjen zawadan kyubara jebe panden lama thamba namla gyabsu chewo yidam yingorji lazo namla gyabsu chewo sanje jomden de namla gyabsu chewo 담배 춘 남라 겹수 제워 팍배 긴든 남라 겹수 제워 오우 칸주 최경송매 초 이시게 젠당 댐바 남라 겹수 제워. So now here is the first Tibetan called Tenchen. Tensions in the English word, what I saw is the kind. I think kind mind, he is very kind, she is very kind. Tension is much deeper than that, only kind. Tinchen is like, something we call the four important for in the mothers, She give you all the nutrition. She give you all the loves, food, clothing, education, truth. I always said, mother's love is never expire, never divorce, never never go to court. Mother's love is so deep, deeper than ocean. Mother's love is bigger than space. Mother is the only telling you truth. So that is your Chen means very important for them. Chen means very, very kind, very kindness. You will say, remember, His Holiness Dalai Lama said, he learned many Dharma teachings and his two true teachers, but he said his compassion learned through his mothers. Remember? So likewise, here, Tenjin Zawadu Jubarjev, he has a kind root land Lama. So refugee here, we take refuge in the kind root Lama. Kindness, he is so kindness, he is very he's care about. For example, His Eminence Guardian Rinpoche, when people want to say something, he is very carefully listen what they needed. And he is just carefully teaching for him or her. He carefully listens what they're going through. Maybe somebody need to help. So that's that kind, very deep to caring. So it's called Tenjen Zawada. Gyuber means the lineage. Panden Lama Pelden is like the knowledge noble man or noble woman, Panden. Then Lama, right? Panden Lama Tambanamla means the supreme gurus, lineage, all those roots, I will taking refuge. This is the one line of the so many information. Gyapsu means I pay homage. Please help me. Remember, now it's different between the Buddha in a kindness person. He's very kind, you know. You will say, when I was in the store, I saw a very kind guy. He almost helped, but he don't have money. So kindness cannot do much. So this one is much deeper. So Tamba means he helped us. The root is how do you can take out. So say we have the, everyday life, sometimes many different challenge. We can look outside, we can look inside, and we can coordination together. Then how to solve the problems, you know? That's where the Buddha give teachings. So for example, the kindergarten level, high school level, and college level. So this called depends capacity Buddha give teachings. So this the Buddha knew we taking refuge. So now taking refuge, what do you wanted? What are you wishing? You know, its wishing is always big. We always, I'm teasing, say, Mahayana mind, not small, always small things. Bigger the better, you know. Say, I remember sometimes people pray, say, please, Dara, help me. Well, Dara help you, and there are other people also that help me in there. So, you know, so say, I want to become like you. Can you please give me wisdom? I want to become like you. Then I can liberate to the many things. In other words, please help me. I'm enjoyed it, you know. Sometimes I think people said, I was praying for the Lord and I wish to win the big lottery. Then I will enjoy to go everywhere. See, their thinking is nothing, just only one thinking. That's not easy to win your lottery because there are millions of people looking. Some people say, if I win, I will build communities, nursing home, school. Oh, that's not a bad idea. It's nothing only one. Somebody selfishness. If I want it, I will go all over the place. I will buy, you know, every season's house, different place. See, he's not thinking to die. You know, his thinking is very still 100 years is need to stay plan. So that's kind of different. Please help me. I want to become like you. This is not only prayer, not enough. Now you can look Buddha how did. Buddha only prayer or Buddha act, right? So that is where the Buddha was under the Bodhi tree, and he so deeply he started each individual people there how to manage their daily life. Remember when we were talking last time, I also said you must read the English titles. Old Path, White Cloud. I mentioned, remember? Yes, how many people say yes? Okay. Anybody read the book or chapter, anything? Can you tell me some, Alejandro looks like he heard something. Buddha and the cowboy or maybe shepherd, the story is the beginning. Can you tell me a little bit?
In the beginning of Old Path, White Cloud, the Buddha hasn't reached enlightenment yet, and he meets a person that takes care of a house, and he brushes them and washes cows and everything like that. And then another friend, his name is Shavasthi, I think. His other friend, he's an untouchable in the caste system, and the other friend, who is of a wealthy Brahmin class, finds the Buddha starving and gives butter and milk and pudding and everything like that. And then that's how through that small seed, he's able to meet the Buddha himself again and start learning the teachings of the Dharma. So Shavasthi met the Buddha before the Buddha reached enlightenment, and it was through this karmic connection that they were able to reach enlightenment. And the Buddha meditated underneath the banyan tree, and was given food brought by the little boy and the little girl. And then the story starts off with the boy being an adult
Okay. So Buddha was very, just I remember, deep caring. And also there we call Dujatula power, means Buddha already know exactly when its time is right. English also say right place, the right time, and the opposite, wrong place, the wrong time. So that is where Buddha giving teaching is not a wrong time, not a wrong place, but always the seed at the right place. So Buddha spent time under the Bodhi tree, concentrated, but his companion is not a scholar, is not wealthy, but some kids. Kids take care of the animal and the shepherds, and the ladies bring some food, the simple rice, milk. And the young boy, what he has some, he cut some kusha grass, giving to the buffalo, and he offering to the Buddha. And he very happy to chat with the Buddha, you can say. He was very busy, he looks like the family, three brothers, sisters. He also looks like the charging like the family, like father. And also he need to take care of the buffaloes, and he need to return to the owners. At the same time, whenever he knew that this time I need to chat with the Buddha, and he was looks like shy, always stayed behind, but he always looking carefully what is the Buddha's, and he see whenever, because his mind is already interesting to want something like the Buddha. When the Buddha sit under the Bodhi tree, sun rays touching to the Buddha, he thought it's marvelous, it is like magic. I have opportunity to see this real special being is here. What's going on? The radiating light is near there. And then he go back to the home. What he saw today, what he give, what he learned. So after remember Buddha's one big teaching, and Buddha's son Rahula also become the young boy's best friend. And the Shariputra is the head of the people become monks, the ordinations, and bhikshus. He is charging to giving all those vows and instruction and so forth. And then the Buddha's son Rahula is very charming, very easy, open, The cowboy is a little bit shy. He said, no, come here, let's do this way, this and that. He thinking, wow, I'm so glad. Even though he was, the Shakya family, they never laid down me. Some looks like log has. I'm so fortunate, but I cannot go near because traditional, I need to stay away. And the Buddha's teaching is very fascinating. There's a rig. Rig means, castle. Buddha said it's not necessary is who is the castle higher and lower. And we learn it's the same equality. This is the very, everybody likes, Usually the other sect in your Brahma family, because you're higher, you are just such and such lower. But of course, in people in the West, we're always equality, Men's and women's and no difference. There are no castles, everybody is same. It's good. So here is the stories. Remember, those the Buddha. One day he said, "Now today I'm giving big teachings." So everybody's just so carefully listen. And remember, didn't Buddha talk about the young boy's story? Shepherd, he take care of the animal. Morning is not too hot. Then he knew the buffalo need some more focus to the grass eating. And the day is so heat in India, and he knew the young boy, the buffalo need a little bit of shade, under the shade, the trees. And it's still too hot, and like the mud, dirt and mud, and to mix, they put the buffaloes, the back, because they're not sunborn. And after this evening, sort of the sunset, and he knew another exit place to the eat more grass and clean water, then going home. Every minute, this place is more good grass, more medicine. This place cannot go because of poisons and things like that. So Buddha said, this is no different than your own mind and your own territory, how to take care. This is the place if you will go, you increase your negative poison. Don't go this place. But this place, you increase your wisdom. How do you carry? So this is the Buddha talk. And he was a little bit shy. Later, he knew Buddha talking his story, not any other high teachings, And then he asked, why? This is not teaching. This is my life story. Buddha said, no, your life story is fascinating. You are young, you will handle your manager so powerful. That is the way Buddha's teachings just introduce the nature, whatever it is. Nothing Buddha adding anything, fancy things. The only difference, Buddha used Pali language or Sanskrit language, Of course, during the time, no English or second language, those two highly language use it. So now here, that is the way kind. Now you're going to say just only kind? So it's, I don't know any other the English word. In Tibetan called Chen Chen means he is very important in my life. He is, without him, I'm not here. Somebody said, without him or her, my life is very different because almost my life's some direction that my mother can change now who I am. That's why my mother's very, very important, right? Or do you have any other word much deeper than kindness? Do you have anything? Just I use is very important because he make who I am. That's what I said right now. Do you have any other word how important this person for individual's life? Kindness? It's kind here or really English?
Well, similar is benevolent.
Huh?
A similar word is benevolent.
A little bit deeper? Not deeper? Okay. Understand? Okay. So, root and lineage lamas, we take refuge in the deities and mandala of the yidams. Yidam kingorgi hazonan gyapsu. Same as the yidam. I want to do something benefit. What it looks like? Hey, like Avalokiteshvara. Avalokiteshvara means everybody think, whoever know Avalokiteshvara means very special compassion, So that's way, this kind of deity, Avalokiteshvara's very powerful compassion. I have less problem, less compassion. I have short time, this I need compassion like Buddha compassion. I want like Manjushri, sharp wisdom. I don't have this kind of the sharp mind. I want like Samatha Bhadra, thinking for all sentient beings. I have kind mind, but very tiny. Me and my friend, my family. See, small, you can count it. But the Samatha Bhadra and the Buddha in all universe. Sometimes English say, no sentient beings, no beyond any sentient beings, right? Left, including in his prayer. So that is why Yidam means that's kind of power given for us. Not somebody give me power, I can destroy somebody. That's not in the Buddhist way. That's why go Yidam Kinkorji Hazo. We take refuge in deity, and mandala is the Yidams. Then we take refuge in the excellent Buddha. Sangye Chomden Der Namla Kyapsu Chewo. Last time we explained, remember? Sang, Ye. Those you need to always remember. What is the meaning when you're reciting Sang Ye means very powerful, no more left to purify, completely awakening, no more left starting to fully like open the lotus flower. Remember, Sang means no more cloudy, no more cloud in the space, and then means blue sky, bright light sun, right? So you will say, yeah, some cloud, Some dark cloud means and the sun is always there, but cannot see because the cloud is we always use obstacles. Sun means no clarity, no ignorance, no confusion, fully knowing, right? Fully understanding one. Je means his knowledge. Sang Je, this knowledge means not only one. Remember? Some say some university these days is very famous, right? Or Harvard University, Stanford University, Columbia University, Duke University, and so forth. Those professors are very famous because they're big university. Maybe he's very good in mathematics, but he's not a carpenter, you know? This professor is very architecture, but he's not chef. This professor is a literature, but he's not a medicine doctor. See? Only one things. But Buddha is a J, means Buddha know all. This is called Tam Je Khenpa. You can write down, it's very useful. Tam Je Khenpa. If you have pen and paper, it's good for you. Next time to remember. Tam Je Khenpa, or you can put in your phone. Tam Je means all. Tam Je means all. Every situation. Khenpa means everything detail the Buddha will know. Everything outer, universe, inner, each sentient beings, what they're thinking, what is the karma previous. That's very, very powerful. For us right now, these days, some countries make GPS tracking to you, but they don't know your mind, what you're thinking, you know. So behind. So Buddha know each sentient beings, what is the karma, what is the previous life, what this life, how long, how succeed. You know, this kind of Buddha's power. Sometimes they what you call, you can search different what you call ancestor, and you know you looking where you come from. That's also not guaranteed, but roughly, the Buddha wants to look there, all beings within one snap. 500 years, Buddha will tell you. Yep, you are in Florida, you are in Texas, you are in Las Vegas, you are in Alaska, you are in maybe Puerto Rico, you are maybe Michiho. So you are somewhere, Michiho. Mexico. Yeah, not she, right? Mexico. Yes, Mexico. You are in Mexico or you're somewhere. At the time, your father's name and your father's brother, sister in age, what is the lifestyle. So this kind of Buddha also looks like, you know, and some looks like the trillion gigabytes, and maybe they're tracking the life after life. Once the Buddha's click, every pictures pop up, you know. So this kind of Buddha is called Tam Je Khenpa. Okay? Sangye Chomden De. Now here, Sangye we already know, right? Chom. Now Chom is here. We take refuge in excellent Buddha. Chom means subduing maras, you know. So Mara is for ourselves. Do shi Tibetan called Mara means do. Okay, do Tibetan language. Do shi means four Maras. They're called Habudu, Nyomogudu, etc. There are four different do's. So Buddha subduing in his own. We remember we training, we subjugate animals such as the elephant to maybe small paddle or dog. We can training easy. Just sit down, you know, turn around, all those things. We can train there. But we don't know how training our own self. We're always looking outside. So that is where Chom means need subduing inside. That's what we call earlier. Remember, what is Buddhism? Do you remember in Tibetan what is a Buddhism?
One that looks within, inside.
Yes, you remember Tibetan. You got it, the meaning in the English. Tibetan called Nangpa. So you can say Nga Nangpa Yi means I am Buddhist. Means I'm looking for insight. All victory or failure is within me, not my neighbor, not my town, not my senator. It's me, So this way, Buddhism means Nangpa, look inside. So now, it's a good idea, see? Usually I see you, but I didn't see myself. But now computer reflect, I see my outside. Still, I'm the only one see myself inside. No one can see still inside, So anyway, Chom means this kind, the subduing outside, arising anger, that this is not good. When the arising inside, there's destroying in, Chom. Then they call Shit Chom Tuk Den. Okay, that's called Chom. 4 Maras subduing, 6 call it the reflect. On then means now he has the arising 6 knowledge or qualities. So that's why we can go a little bit later details. I'm tonight giving just a roughly. That's only need to go. Then we have some ask question, then some short meditation. We have not much left. Sorry for too much talk. Sanje Jomden De Namla Kyapsu means we take refuge all the excellent Buddhas. Remember, male Buddhas and female Buddhas, the different colors, the different forms, the peaceful, wrathful, all those to benefit us. That's why showing different face, Same as somebody like the pink, somebody likes the purple, somebody like the yellow. We cannot say everybody need to white or black. So the individual thought. That is the way Buddha's teachings, individual capacity they give them. So that's why all Buddha is same as Lord Buddha. So this way all Buddha is excellent. I take refuge in the perfect Dharma. The perfect means why? Because Chu means phenomena. There are so many phenomena. Somebody teach good direction, somebody wrong directions. But this case, they use here the perfect Tambechu. Tamba is very important also. Tamba means the noble person's word. Means never say untruthful, always truthful. Kibu Tambe Sung means the nobleman's whatever he say, he will say is only one. He will do that, whatever he say. Kibu Tamba. So Tambe Chu Nang Gyapsu Chiwo. Pakbe Gindu Nang Gyapsu Chiwo. We take refuge in excellent order of the Sanghas. Okay, this is here the Pakba is the there are Sanghas. They call Arya Sangha or Supreme Sanghas. Called here perfect Sangha over here or the excellent. Again, use here we take refuge in the excellent order of the Sangha. So Pak means led above the other Sanghas. The Sangha say you and me also Sangha. Arya Sangha means Bodhisattva Sangha. And the final in Latin one, So this they call the, Pakbe Gindu means very supreme Sangha. And then the Pau Kandu Chugyo Song Me Cho Yishik Jenda Debanon Gyapsu. We take refuge in all the noble Dagas, Jaginis, and the Dharma Gardens, possessors of the eye of the wisdom, Yishik Jenda Demba. So this means the third eye or primordial eye. So those who will open the third eye, and then you will almost unmistake because you see all right things, different directions, you know. So this is I can share tonight, just a basic explanation. Any one question, we can talk a little bit, some questions. If you are connection to the tonight conversation, or you want to talk the last week, or maybe something doubt in your mind, we easy open dialogue. Yes, he has some question. No?
No questions here.
All set?
Lama.
All of them are already Buddhists.
How wonderful. Yes.
I have one. Maybe
Two?
it's too big the question, but Dharma is also phenomena, but it's also the teachings, or how else you describe Dharma?
Dharma is two things, remember. Dharma is a phenomena. Dharma is a Buddhist teaching. Dharma means shije chu tamje. You know, all you something activity with a connection we call chu. Shije chu, all the knowledge things part of the chu or the dharma. So in this case, chu, there is many different labels explained. You know, not only one things. It's called all phenomena, as well as the chu means to fix or make maybe better directions. So called chu. Chu means our mind to try to better directions or better more practice or something. Or chu means to becoming more truthful, more that kind. There are many explanations. Yes. So any other questions? Tiba yuwe? Amala tiba yuwe? I'm just teasing. Amala, do you have any questions? You know, so sometimes their grammar give some hard time. You know, they are rich in the knowledge. You know, one day ask, we will sweat. You know, because they are a lot of experience. Oh.
Thank you, Lama Sonam, for tonight's class.
Okay.
Thank you, Lama.